Hello fellow humans and welcome to the Madhouse. I'm Josh and today I thought I'd fulfill a little promise I made. You may remember last week that I said I'd, this is hot, not done enough rants lately and that my content has been far too bookish. Well, I can tell you that I'm not going to stop doing the bookish, it's just the Top 5 Wednesday will have to wait a little bit. I figured I'd deliver on the rants. Now I'm going to have to put the coffee down for this because it's really rather hot, but I did say that the rants would now be part of the coffee and the chat section, hence I'm being a little I can't even say the word, informal, although obviously my address would probably say otherwise. But I'm not doing this for your benefit, I'm going out for dinner with some friends later, and we thought it might be fun for a joke to dress up in the fanciest clothes that we have with us at university. So here I am in waistcoat, bow tie, shirt and suit. I would have gone fancier but I left my cufflinks at home, so I'm just with a standard shirt. I wanted to say actually thank you to all of you who left those nice comments on my video that went up on Wednesday, about a minute longer it was I believe, saying get well soon essentially and I hope you feel better, and one person whose name currently escapes me, I think it might be Annika from living in the Netherlands. She was very kind and offered some suggestions which I did take into account. One of them was very useful in fact, so thank you. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. And Letterbomb will be up and running as soon as possible. We've got a few people interested now and I'm just working out the fine details of how to do it. Soon we shall have enough bombs to kill everyone. No, just kidding, remember it was the LGBTQIA+, my god, still a mouthful, book and film club, which should be exciting, yes. Well, not exciting, interesting to say the least. But anyway, on to this video. Now, if you don't know, for whatever reason, perhaps, I don't know, you were, being held hostage in a desert, or comatose, or even dead, the Conservatives won last week's election. I can't hold that for long, my neck is killing me. Not only did they win a majority of, I think it's about 12 seats, I can't remember the exact number. If that's right, I'll be very impressed. I didn't understand why, because in my mind they've always been a party of the middle classes, but they managed to capture a lot of the lower class vote again. Some of you won't be surprised by this knowledge, and some of you won't care, so I'm sorry. They're only interested in the upper class and the upper middle classes, because what was one of the first policies mentioned once they were back in power? Go on, have a guess. The more observant of you will have noticed that it is that great British pastime and tradition of fox hunting. You know, that one where if you're not familiar with it, think of the Mary Poppins film, where a bunch of people on horses and in silly hats ride along with trumpets with about 50 dogs who are quite mad at this point, chasing a fox with the purpose of catching it and ripping it to pieces. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? It's such a wonderful sport, the sport of true, good, kind gentlemen, to terrorise a poor helpless fox before giving it that most humane of deaths where it couldn't possibly feel any pain because it's in 300 separate pieces. I mean, I suppose you could say that it's completely painless because we're in that many pieces, your brain won't be there to register any pain at all. I don't understand such sports. It just seems to me a way for people to practice their cruelty. I would honestly rather see something like the games in the old Colosseums of Rome, because at least then we're doing it to ourselves, to other human beings who have the chance to protest at this. But a fox can't speak out against it, it can't defend itself against 50 dogs and horse-mounted humans. There is no fairness, no kindness, nothing in this. Only the desire to cause pain and suffering. Oh, and they may argue it will stop the foxes from coming into our towns and going through our wheelie bins. Well, let's face it, most of the people who hunt in this don't have wheelie bins, or if they do have wheelie bins, they have servants to deal with it for them. Besides, I do find it strange that they don't seem to mention that the reason the foxes are coming into towns is because of the expansion of towns into the countryside where the foxes make their homes and the destruction of their habitats. And one more thing, You know, I'm not even sure this is the best Great British tradition. It doesn't really sum up what Britain is all about. What about such great traditions like invading the rest of the world, stealing everything we can find and raping everybody on the way back home? Or finding Catholics and burning them, or finding Protestants and burning them depending on what year it is. They're far better representations of what it means to be British. Or perhaps it is a good representation. Terrifying little animals which have no hope of defending themselves. Yes, that does sound about right, doesn't it? It's times like this when I wish I didn't have the royal seal on my passport. I didn't live under the Union flag, because if that's what British is, I want no more to do with it. Cameron and the other Conservatives are all saying, we're for the little people, we want to make work pay and balance things. We're all about fairness. There is no fairness in this. This doesn't help little people. This benefits only lofty lords and really wealthy guests. It's cruel and it's selfish, helping such a small minority of people. Now, I'm afraid I need to have my coffee just to calm down a little bit from that one, so I'm going to go in a minute. Besides, it'll be coming up to time to go for that dinner. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about fox hunting down below. You're quite welcome to disagree with me, but you should remember that you are wrong. There aren't many issues I feel that way about, but unless you can give me a rational reason which also excuses the cruelty and inhumanity of this, you're wrong. There's no other way about it. Also, as always, please click like and subscribe and tune in for more next week. I haven't decided what that one's going to be yet. Have a nice day and... ooh, fuck hot. Goodbye. Where's the button gone?